So hi everyone, we want to continue in this particular video. We want to explore what we have done so far with our programming answer template, and basically some things I did into the template that you could also take into consideration and do as well. For example, I actually changed my layout, right? I changed the orientation to landscape so that basically it will house the trace table very comfortably. But just to recap, remember our answer must include the problem definition in our first video, and together with the class, we actually came up with that particular problem definition, right? The pseudocode, as I said, we will come back to that. But the coding, we actually came up with the coding as well. And the coding, when I copied coding, when I actually did the coding in the compiler, I copied it and I pasted it here, and that's my coding. All right. The reason why it is looking as long as it is because, as you know, I I inserted a lot of spaces so that it will add to the readability of the program for the user. Okay. If you wish, you could delete some of those spaces. It's not mandatory; it's optional. Right. I choose to leave it. So basically, that's my coding. Okay. The trace table. If you notice, the trace table was given to you. I copied the trace table and there were changes to be made. For example, the variables used in my program, I had X, I had outlet, I had RP for regularity and punctuality, uh, customer COVID safety measures, CSM, I have customer feedback, average, max. All of these variables that you've seen in blue, all of these that in my trace table, that should also be in my program as well. And if one were to just scroll up and check out the coding, okay, you'll see PR, CSM, CF, average. In my trace table, there wasn't a field for total score, so that's why you wouldn't see that. All right. And also, just to explain this, the last four rows essentially is where correct data was entered. Okay. The first one, two, three, four, five rows is where we did testing and we did various types of tests that will crash the program. For example, when we run the program in the first run, for outlet we entered Gulf City, but for regularity and punctuality we're supposed to enter a number. We actually entered a textual data, Gulf City again, and we got a code. The program crashed, the exit code 106 error was produced. So this is my output message. I also basically did a screenshot accompanying. So this is evidence showing that I entered the wrong data and this error was produced. In my second run, when I entered Gulf City Mall, basically I entered -75. I was testing for a negative value, and the error message produced by the program read as follows: error points should be between 0 and 100, re-enter. So just coming back up here. So if you notice, this is the very message, right? So that is a change that must be common to both your program, and also it should be stated the very same way in your trace table. Your third error check-in deals with entering a value greater than 120, than 100. So I entered Gulf City for outlet, 75 for regularity and punctuality. I entered 65 for COVID safety measures and 120 for customer feedback. The program again will not accept that value. I will get this error message